to see this shit right here. The full Sneako Morse critical debate.
Guys, Myron Gaines here. Got something a little bit different for you guys today. Unless you've been living under a rock, you pretty much know that Sneako and Moist Critical, aka Penguin, aka Charlie, have been going back and forth with each other on the internet about debating certain topics, etc. And they recently had a discussion with each other a few days ago. And I saw some of the video, and I know.
Good thing I didn't watch his video, bro, cause Myron was saying Sneako had said that he cut out some parts.
That it was edited and spliced and chopped and screwed in a certain way. And, you know, to no surprise, he didn't put up the entire conversation, and he clipped out parts that made him look incompetent, clipped out parts where Sneako explained his reasoning or his standing behind a certain point. And what I'm going to do for you guys, I'm going to give you the entire discussion / debate in its entirety so that you guys can make your own conclusion. Because what Penguin did,
hey, that's a dub, bro,
was he basically chopped and screwed it, gave his own little commentary, and made himself seem like he has the moral high ground. And this is what a lot of reaction channels do, guys. This guy Penguin made a video about Fresh as well, saying that, you know, fake alpha male, this story of him being...
Sorry, Myron, but we get it. Sorry, Myron, we get it.
But on the same side of that coin, you won't take Brandon Buckingham up on that boxing fight. The whole point was, I don't stand by my beliefs because I won't fight you for it. Well, with that perspective...
Penguin's version bogus as hell. Sneako wiped in a full version. Oh yeah, we about to watch it right now. We better.
Why wouldn't you fight Brandon Buckingham when you feel so strongly about your beliefs and he says the same things I do?
The internet and people like you that I put in the scoreboard collage dislike Andrew Tate from the start because of what he talks about, because he comes off arrogant. I'm top G, I'm the alpha male, and people get triggered because they're in their room, they're playing games, and everything he talks about goes against what they're about. So when he goes to jail falsely, people find it fun because finally the guy that goes against everything I believe in is in jail and can't talk anymore. It's not fun because it's like this goofy story. People like you were genuinely happy that they went to jail.
The content I make is just purely entertainment, like things I find fun. Now
But with Sneako's out, bro, already, bro. I hope that wasn't no edit, no slip up in there, nothing, bro. But if that was the context of that, bro, he said he do entertainment, fun and all that, bro. You shouldn't be making fun of, for one, somebody that's falsely in jail for some shit that you didn't even think to look into, but you praising it and shit. So I get what Sneako's saying, bro.
Give my perspective on issues.
Especially, and then if that's my partner that went to jail, bro, a good friend of mine that went to jail falsely, bro, for some shit he didn't do that they don't got no evidence in, and you making fun of it, you making content on it, thinking that it's fun, thinking it's entertainment, thinking it's a game. It's not shit to joke about. So if I'm Sneako, I'm going hard behind Tate too, bro. Can't blame him.
Like on things that I'm passionate about, like
let me turn off the video. My fault.
When I saw that film and the way it was advertised with children twerking on the cover, it made me very upset and very concerned that pedophilia was going to be more normalized, because now you have Netflix with a front page catalog piece that I consider and many others consider to be child.
Yo, do you know Moist Critical?
Moist Canyon's video.
Yeah, we saw me. What did you think of the Me Canyon video?
That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Hey Charlie, what's up, man?
It was
Hey,
funny.
how's it going, man?
Sneako just casually just walking outside, bro. What the fuck?
Got it?
The nigga just roaming the streets in Miami.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah. Discussion with you about cuties since I dropped that video back in 2020.
How time flies, man.
Alright, so this will actually begin. The first part said coming up, so I guess that was just some clips and shit. So
Better late than never.
So, have you seen the movie?
Yeah. So, you mentioned you saw my video, so you know I didn't finish the movie. I physically couldn't.
if I'm Sneako, I'm record this shit inside, bro. Bro, I record this shit inside. Cause for one, I'm too focused on the debate. I'm too focused on doing what I gotta do right now. So how the fuck can I worry about my safety unless he got security with him? But this nigga just don't give a fuck. Sneako must got that blicky on him.
Haven't you seen a
That
lot
nigga
of
must
other
be
movies that
scrap.
have repulsed you before? I watch horror movies. I watch movies that are provocative quite a bit.
Wait, so he said he never seen a movie before?
And I found it just to be completely repulsive. No, I didn't finish the movie.
So he didn't see the full movie.
Physically couldn't.
Sneako seen the full movie. He didn't see the full movie. Okay, context.
Just to be completely repulsive.
Haven't you seen a lot of other movies that have repulsed you before? I watch horror movies. I watch movies that are provocative quite a bit.
Yeah, but this is something I feel isn't being recognized. There's a difference between being repulsed by fiction, which is like horror movies, you know, that's not real, and being repulsed because there's real children doing sexual things. You can't fake that. The actresses were 11 to 13 years old. They were twerking. There was some very gross scenes in there, and like the cameras would zoom in on their chest and their ass and their crotch. Like, that's a very different kind of repulsed.
That's what we agree on. I don't agree that those scenes are good. I don't agree with the sexualization.
Oh, so they don't disagree on that
I
point.
defend the movie because I defend the morality of the movie. And I think that most people that were disgusted have seen those clips or didn't watch the whole movie like you. So that movie was taken out of context quite a bit. People don't really.
Oh, okay. So what they disagreed on was the fact that they had the children or whatever twerking as the cover or whatever. But Sneeko seen the whole movie and he said, I agree with the morality, the message behind the movie and shit, bro. You know?
They see the moral of the movie, which is.
But he didn't see the full movie, so of course he's not gonna be able to understand.
A lot of values, and also pointing out the very real problem that young girls have going on social media and doing these dances. I agree that it's disgusting. I agree that those scenes are repulsive, but I think you could be repulsed by TikTok and pretty much what young girls are doing on social media every single day as well. I think that people outraged at that film should also be outraged at everything that girls are doing now on Instagram, TikTok, and all these apps.
Well, see, but here's the thing. So let's break it down to the very bare essentials. Can children consent?
Can children consent? No, they can't. We agree.
So then why do you think it's excusable to exploit them after having them sign up for this?
Exploit? He literally just said he agreed with you on that point, bro. But what he's saying is the message of the movie. If you watch the full movie, the message actually is positive, bro. I think he missed it, bro.
Film. If you admit they can't consent, how can they possibly give the okay to be shaking their ass and having a camera all up in their shit while they're doing sexual things, like that scene where she takes a picture of her vagina, the scene where they're doing literal, like, toying around with cam sites, like, that's very different. Like, no one is disputing the message, right? It's a message.
I agree with the intention of the movie. I don't think that those scenes are good. That's what we completely agree on. But I think that was an important movie to point out how many people get sucked into this world. I think that was needed. That movie was needed to be made. And I also don't think that movie encouraged pedophiles to go and incite and look at these girls. I think that they're more likely to go on TikTok and find girls that they're attracted to. I don't think that this really attracted people to these girls.
Well, it's not like I'm here arguing that this movie created pedophiles, right? But what it did is it delivered a film that they would watch for totally different reasons than the message. Again, the message isn't something that I or pretty much anyone has an issue with. The message is, like you mentioned, the social media poisoning them, making them do the sexual things, which is a problem. But this movie contributes to it since it still used real children to sexualize them, to showcase it. That's the issue. You didn't need it to be children.
I don't think it contributes to it, because when you see girls doing this on TikTok, they don't know.
I don't see girls doing it on TikTok, though, is the thing, right? The only people that would are going to be the pedophiles. They would go and search that out. This movie was advertised on Netflix.
No, that's not true. Every time, I don't have TikTok on my phone, but once...
Bro, it popped up on your FYP, bro. It popped up on your FYP, bro.
In a while, before I was banned, I would go on there, and the first 3 videos would be the same thing that you see on Cuties. And that's why I uninstalled the app. That's why I refuse to have it on my phone, because it's directing you to those images.
Which is a problem. I'm not disagreeing that's a problem. But that doesn't make...
Bro, they literally both agreeing. I don't even think they know that they're agreeing, but they both agreeing right now, bro.
We agree.
Yeah, they're agreeing.
Agree that I think the movie was important to point out a flaw. Personally, I never empathized with girls being directed to that site before I saw that movie. That really made me understand what it's like to be a girl and grow up in that age.
I think we're getting... Yes, we agree that it is disgusting, but you are excusing...
Why didn't they put the cameras right next to each other? This Jesus all the way at the bottom. And the Asian, black, white, Mexican nigga just got his long head ass.
It because you believe it highlights a very real issue, which it does. But it contributes to that issue by using children. They didn't have to use kids. You recognize that, right? They could have used...
They didn't have to use kids. But I also look at the director and I look at the moral of the movie, and I don't think that it was anything unsafe, and I don't think that the director had any bad intentions making it. So maybe it shouldn't have been as sexualized, but I defend the morality of the movie, and I also defend the effect that it had on me. When I watched that made me have a new perspective.
But do you see why that's kind of... Jesus, sorry, that was my cat. Do you see why that's kind of concerning to hear, though? Because In the time that I watched that film, there were unreal amounts of sexual scenes. In fact, the majority of the movie was them doing like the dance routines where they're smacking each other's ass, zoomed in on them shaking their ass in the camera.
The fuck?
There's that scene where a security guard's like, "What are you girls doing here?" And they're like, "We're dancers." He's like, "Prove it." So they start twerking for him, and he's like, "Oh, great, get in here." Like, that is a problem, no matter how you spin it. Again, the message is fine. There was never anything wrong with the message, and maybe the intention of the director was...
How would you tell the director to convey the message in a different way?
You would just not use children. You could deliver the same message and you don't use children. The
Good
problem
point.
is
I don't think it would be effective. I don't think it would be as effective.
It wouldn't be as effective, but okay, I get what they both saying. I get what they both saying, bro. I get what they both saying. Not to use children. They both didn't want the, you know, the sexualization of children, bro, but at the same time, Sneeko saying in order for the movie to be effective and have an impact on people, that those scenes needed to be added with kids and shit, bro. But interesting.
But you couldn't be able to have that effect and show how provocative and how dangerous it is without using kids.
Yeah,
Of course, the shots probably did not need to be that bad, but when I watched that, I was absolutely disgusted. And like I said, it changed my perspective. And what I'm surprised about is that you are against wokeness, because everything that your content is about, it doesn't seem like you've ever directed any energy towards how dangerous wokeness can be, which is exactly what that movie's about. It's saying how important Islamic values are in the face of wokeness. It's about a Western African family, Islamic. They go to France, a completely woke country that's now being burned alive, and women are running around topless. Wokeness has consumed France, and it's pointing out a proper solution to this problem, which is embracing Islamic values.
Who was the director of the film? Do you know?
Her name is Maminu Dukure. Maminu Dukure, I think that's her name. She's a Western African woman, and she moved to France. So I imagine that she had a very similar experience, and she was trying to portray what it was like growing up.
So the message of the movie is about social media, and almost exclusively. She directed the film based on seeing some children in a neighborhood doing sexual dances and wondering, how did it get to that point? This isn't okay. So the movie was supposed to be about how does a child get to that point, and it's about how social media is poisoning them, and they're constantly comparing themselves. They're seeing these things, so they're putting on makeup and they're doing sexual shit, and they never really understand why or the consequences of it. It's not a critique on wokeness, though. Of course, anything in the art field you can derive your own meaning from. I recognize that almost everything you encounter in life you tie back to either cancellation or wokeness, but in this film in particular, this is a movie I really feel conflicts hard with your ideology. Under no circumstances should children be sexualized, is where I stand. Do you disagree?
There's a lot of things in movies, like I don't agree with incest in Star Wars, but Star Wars has incest scenes. I don't agree with incest, but it's portrayed.
It's not real incest, though. This is real children being sexualized. It's not fake. These are 11...
I agree. But I'm defending the point of the movie.
You can defend the point of the movie, but you can still condemn the movie itself. The point can stand on its own 2 feet, right? Like, there is a problem, which you recognize, with kids being sexualized, in specific on TikTok. That is a problem in and of itself. But you can still condemn this film for contributing to the thing it's supposed to speak out against, which is sexualizing children, which
I think
you have admitted it does.
I think they both agree. And Sneeko just saying, just for that one case, like just for that, the movie, whatever, I think it's called Cuties, just for the movie Cuties, in order for it to be effective, that had to happen. But in general, he don't agree with the sexualizing children, all that shit. Yeah.
It does, and it didn't need to, like you said.
Oh, yeah, they agree.
That is the
so
problem.
Maybe they shouldn't have used child actors, but I agree with the point of the movie. But how do you think that the point could have been conveyed in a better way? You think they should they have used 18-year-olds to play 11-year-olds?
That's exactly what most movies have done for a long time. A quick example is The Last of Us using Bella Ramsey to portray a 14, 15-year-old. Like, you can do that, and that's a lot more acceptable because there is no longer a victim. Like you had said, children can't consent. These kids could never fully consent to being sexualized in this film like this on the big screen.
I would argue that when they use 30-year-olds and 27-year-olds to play high schoolers, like in Euphoria and like in 13 Reasons Why, it actually sexualizes kids more because we start to mature high schoolers and we think of them in a different way. People in their 30s and their late 20s get addicted to Euphoria and they have ideas and they start romanticizing teenagers in a different way because they don't use actors in that way and they make them look more mature.
That's a completely separate conversation you can make arguments for, but that doesn't work here because it sexualizes already real children, right? So I think that's, you're getting hung up on like the what ifs and like whataboutisms on other sides, but the core doesn't change. So let me give you an example. It is realistic to use kids for the message, right? Because it's about kids. Well, what if the child was naked doing the vagina pic? If they showed the kid's vagina, is that now too far? Or it's still
No, that's
realistic.
too far. So there's two ways the movie could have been changed to be more effective and that people would understand the message. One, they could have used child actors and they should not have been sexualized in that way. Or two, they could have been 18 plus and it could have been sexualized, but then it wouldn't have been as effective. One of the two should have changed. I agree.
Okay. So then,
What's that, bro? What's good, bro?
do you think there's like levels to sexualization
How you doing
of kids
tonight, bro?
that is acceptable and then unacceptable?
No, this is never acceptable to sexualize children, but
Then
No.
we agree. So then can we then say, since this film sexualized children, I can't really champion the film. However, the message is okay. Like, I like the message.
I agree completely. But the reason
Yeah,
I
I'm saying the whole time they agree, and I don't think they agree.
that movies because I think everybody just saw those scenes
Was that in
and
the
looked
real?
past the message and looked past the good moral that
Real
the
too
director
fly.
had when making it.
That could very well be the case for some people, right? 100%.
I would say
But-
most people who hate the movie haven't seen it. Most of the people accusing me of being a pedophile for defending the movie haven't seen it and have no idea what it's about. They've just seen those scenes.
But they're also still not wrong for being upset about those scenes. Like, can you
I think
recognize
they
that?
should be more upset at the problem. I think
But when the next conversation goes, bro, they say that they agreed about not sexualizing children, bro. They both agreed on the morals of the video, the morals of the movie, bro. What the fuck is the next conversation, bro?
should direct that anger instead of calling me a pedophile on the internet. They should look at the system that turns these girls into sexual objects at a young age and be more angry at that. That is the real issue. That
But
is
they-
the bigger problem at large.
They do, though. That's not mutually exclusive, like where it's one or the other.
Do they? Do you?
Do I what? Talk about the problem?
Do you direct that anger? I see you follow the narrative that's popular on social media, but I don't see you ever direct it at the problem. Do you agree that wokeness is one of the biggest problems that corrupts kids nowadays?
Define wokeness.
Wokeness is the liberal ideology.
I say
is
liberals, blue-haired
feelings over
fucks,
facts. I identify this way because I feel like it.
identify as a
is-
wolf.
There's no gender. Nothing matters.
Bro, he know what wokeness mean, bro. Come on, now this nigga not dumb.
I do as I want. Everything that's promoted on social media.
Do you realize half of what you just described is how you've lived your life for the last year? Like feelings over facts, for example. You champion bullying. You think bullying needs to come back. I have never canceled you. Can you recognize that? I have actually always spoke out against deplatforming. If you've ever noticed, I spoke out against
No,
it
but you
when
were also disingenuous. When I called out the soy boy collage, you were like, these people just hurt my feelings. Most of those people actively advocated
one
for my
person.
cancellation.
Nick is not green is the
That's
only
not
person.
True. That's not true. Ethan Klein celebrated and clapped when I was banned and said, good, finally this misogynist is banned.
That's making fun. That's not him championing it. He wasn't out there leading a
That's literally champion somebody being canceled.
charge against you. When it happened, he
And there
laughed
was another
at you.
one as well. The Nick is not green friend, the identical, the bigger one, the Bob's Burger look. He
Bob's
also
Burger.
was advocating for my cancellation. That was a big reason why I grouped them all together, not because they hurt my feelings. What happens on the internet, I understand. It's good to have back and forth. Bullying is good because it makes you have to develop your character in a different way. That's not why I was upset. I was upset because a lot of these people were secretly happy or secretly hoping that I was going to get banned because they disagree with my ideology.
But then why am I on that list when I only ever spoke out against deplatforming? That seems like I'm there because I hurt your feelings.
You didn't hurt my feelings. I thought it was funny because you do look like the rest of them.
This nigga look like Jesus, bro. He don't look like the yeah, the skinny arms and shit. Yeah, he like he don't eat. The nigga like he don't hit the gym. He don't look very you know.
I don't understand how, but we're not here to get into the nitty gritty, I guess. But now that
It's a
we're
common theme
I'll tell you how noodle arms.
with the people that have made hit piece videos on me, and you have to acknowledge that the people in that collage look very similar. Overall, and you can see it with the Fresh and Fit video that you still haven't corrected, where you called Fresh a virgin. A lot of it, and you see people that hate me, they're like, oh, this alpha male this alpha male Sneeko, and I've never once called myself that. I don't think I'm an
None of them never called themselves an alpha male.
Male. I advocate towards things that are conservative. I advocate towards Islamic values. That doesn't mean that I think I am an alpha male.
I've never
In fact,
called
I
you an
don't.
alpha male. You're
That is
talking
the
to
general
someone.
consensus, though. You've called my friends that. You've called Fresh and Fit that, and you haven't.
They call them.
corrected when
That you are really hung up on fighting for the honor of Fresh and Fit. What I did was
It's
exactly
not
what,
fighting for the honor of Fresh and Fit. It's defending your fucking friends, bro. I understand, bro. Bonds and relationships not really important to some of these niggas, bro. But defending, bro, like a nigga defending his friends, bro. That's his partners, bro. Ride or dies, bro. Fuck. Because if somebody did some shit about him, they'll definitely speak up against him. And it should be the same shit vice versa, bro. They friends, so.
what you preach. I made fun of him. Calling him a virgin is a joke. Do I think he's actually a virgin? Probably not. No, I really don't.
you said there's no chance that he's had sex with 1,000 women or one woman, and that he's giving advice to lonely men and has no
This
experience
nigga got his dog barking in the background. What the fuck?
with men, when that's not the case at all. Overall, the attitude towards the people I put in the collage is men who actively play video games all day, who push wokeness to some degree or another, and then when somebody speaks out against that, they try to go at their character rather than go at the message that they're trying to promote.
Okay.
I ain't gonna cap. I think they got Moist Lamoist down there, bro.
I would like to point out a couple of things. A lot of the things you critique the woke for are ones that you actively partake in. Victimization, that's a big thing with the woke, right? Constantly playing the victim. Do you recognize how often you play the victim in terms of like, I'm being canceled, everyone's against me, you go on your Discord to talk more about it, even this morning talking and naming and shaming people that you think have slighted you as like a cancellation. You do the exact same things. Like, you are also an SJW.
That's not victimizing. That's actively pointing out that literally every streamer, the entire internet, all of YouTube reacted to your video. I drop a response where I even apologize for going out of character and getting emotional. And then but nobody wants to see what I have to say. I've become a caricature on YouTube rather than somebody who has something to say. I've become a meme because I am banned. That's not victimizing. That's actively pointing out how strong censorship is and how people on mainstream platforms can run with the narrative when you're not there.
The way you just justified it is a way many other people that you call playing the victim would also be able to justify things. The point is, when you are constantly whining and talking about how you're being attacked, it is still being victimized. But regardless, we're getting off track. One of the things that you also talk about is the frequent posting on Twitter and like the poisoning that Twitter does on the mind, the brain rot, which is something I fully agree with. But you have over like 20,000 tweets. You are on Twitter more than pretty much anyone I know, especially like talking about, you know, being the victim and constantly promoting things. Which is
so he's saying he's a hypocrite, basically.
Something you also call out. You were upset when I made a joke about using you for merch pushes for me. But that you literally do that under every tweet you make, and you make like 20 a day, it feels like, half the time.
When did I say I was upset about the merch push?
You took a screenshot of my DMs and you were like, here's the true face of a YouTuber just using drama for views and ad sales, merch sales, whatever. That's not
what upset me.
So then what was the feeling behind posting the DM screenshot?
It's disingenuous, and now we're having the debate, but you would rather DM and go and make this about drama. Oh, let me go and react and do more drama content rather than have a conversation.
But I never
and I'm
did
glad
that.
You're doing it now.
Damn.
But you have to remember that I didn't start any of this. You reacted to me telling jokes about your friend and then had your audience tell me, and that went on for like 2 weeks. And so eventually I explained why I don't like you. And then when I did that, that was the only time I planned on talking about you. You went on stream with your gun to threaten me, and you kept it up for 3 months, adding me.
I didn't do that to threaten you. That was a joke about clips. You actually.
Bro, I said that, bro. I said that, bro. Like, I said, I'm the only person that sees it as a joke. Everybody else, they all in their feelings, they sensitive and shit. Oh, Sneeko threatened him to kill his life, all that, bro.
Think I was threatening you.
I literally said I knew that was a joke, bro. That's why I said in the video, bro. Sneeko actually wouldn't kill nobody, obviously, unless his life in danger or something, but he actually wouldn't go kill this nigga, bro. Like that's what.
Whether or
You're
not
gonna
you
talk about
were,
victimized. You're gonna think, okay, you're gonna say victimized. You're gonna say I'm actively trying to threaten you by
I
saying a clips joke on a stream.
I don't think you were actually coming after my life. It doesn't change the fact that for
What the fuck? Then why the fuck he responded like that?
3 months you continued to carry it on. I wasn't reacting to you. I wasn't even talking about you. But then you keep pushing it, and then you keep. I don't want to bring in my girlfriend or anything, but you did just keep going, so I talked about you again.
Oh wait, what does his girlfriend look like? What's this nigga name? Moist Critical. I respect the first and fifth for posting the full debate and shit. What's this nigga girlfriend look like, bro? I know Sneeko was talking about his girlfriend, bro, but Moist Critical girlfriend. This bitch better be. To each his own. Oh, so what, he was ripping her this nigga girlfriend? So what? Fuck it. Shit, you put it on the internet, so what? That's like if somebody try to rip my family. Fuck, I put them on the internet. It's fair play, bro. It's fair play, bro. New shit be an average white ass liberal leaning bitch. It's fair play in my eyes, bro. Like when I've been preaching be getting bad that niggas be talking about preacher wife and shit, bro. Y'all cannot joke about somebody that get mad when they come for your family, bro. When you ribbing somebody, or as y'all would say, when you, what the fuck y'all say? Like, y'all don't say ribbing. What y'all say? Trolling or roasting. Y'all say roasting. When you roasting somebody, bro, nigga, you go for their personal life. You go for, bro. It's fair play, bro. Only 2023 niggas so soft nowadays. He talked about my wife. He talked about my nigga. Grow up, bro. You a grown ass man. He talked about your wife. So fucking what, bro? So fucking what? You gonna cry? He called my wife fat. So fucking what? You gonna cry, bro? So fucking what, bro?
And I'm
These grown ass men, by the way, bro.
not constantly talking about you, right?
Why do they keep coming after my wife? They're hurting my feelings. Fuck soft ass niggas.
I'm not farming drama off of you, but you use all
You
of
farm
these.
drama off of the people that push the exact same message, and you still haven't
Like
corrected
who?
the video that I found fresh and fit on.
But
You haven't corrected the fact that you thought that Andrew Tate was doxxed by a pizza box. Now finally he's free after not having any charges against him, without having any evidence. He was in jail for 4 months, and then people like you push this narrative that he was doxxed by a pizza box. I call you out because you don't correct your mistakes. You were wrong about Fresh and Fit. You were wrong about Andrew Tate, and
So-
you were wrong about the movie Cuties.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you tied it back to cuties, but before we get back to that, how am I feel like I'm one of the very few people on the internet who corrects himself. Whenever I make a mistake, I
I say his girlfriend a 3. A solid 3.
do go and make a clarification. For example, I got something wrong with a content creator holding a stand-up competition that was absolute dog shit, and then someone came there and made fun of him, and I didn't know the full context. Once I got the full context, I went back and made a follow-up video to explain it in more depth with more clarity. I always do that. With Fresh and Fit, you really hung up on this idea that he fucked 3 women that night after meeting an NBA player at a bar, and they exchanged Instagram information, and it turns out they were Eskimo bros with the same.
No, they're not hung up on that. I think he missing the valid point that Sneeko making here. Whenever he's wrong, he never admits that he's wrong, and he never correct his mistake. He was wrong about the Fresh and Fit, him saying that Fresh didn't fuck you bitches, all that extra shit, Fresh a virgin, and he all this extra shit. Then when Fresh fucking proved that shit actually happened by the NBA player and all that extra shit, bro, he still didn't admit that he was wrong. Sneeko just trying to call him out and say, bro, you gotta admit when you're wrong, bro.
Same girl's pussy. Like, it's an outrageous story. Now, whether or not it's true, you haven't proved it either. Were you there watching him fuck? Were you
He
cheering him on?
verified it. He showed the DMs with the basketball player. They did
That-
the whole
the-
podcast verifying the
the
story.
DMs
And you didn't correct it. Did you? Okay, so you didn't correct that. They did verify the story. You didn't correct it. Andrew
Did they
Tate
have the
was in
basketball
box.
player?
I ne-
Did they have the basketball player and the 3 girls he fucked come on and be like, oh my god, he absolutely plowed the shit out of me. It was the best sex of my life.
Why
Did-
the fuck would that be? What type of weird? If you fuck a girl, right? Why would she come on a platform and talk about how, unless she a porn star, how you fuck the shit out of her? What the hell?
He
Okay,
have,
that would never happen. But
Yeah,
he
that
did-
would never happen, bro. What the fuck?
showed the DMs with the basketball player verifying the story and that he did go to the party. Whether or not you want to believe he was with 3 women, I wasn't there either. I guess we're never going to know. But he did get the DMs from the basketball player. You were insinuating in that story that he never even met him and that whole thing was made up and that it's not possible on Instagram. You also didn't correct yourself on Andrew Tate getting doxxed with the pizza box.
But I also...
Sneako frying his shit right now. Sneako frying his shit right now. I can't cap, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all boys.
Whoa. I don't know if you even watched the video because I did say the claims were of a pizza box, which was backed by like early onset news. I never said for sure. I talked about how that would be extremely entertaining if that was the case. When I cover something like that, for example, Justin Roiland, I'm sure you followed that. He was recently found innocent on all of the like domestic abuse charges. I always said, if these charges are true, and then I'll make jokes about if like these crazy things like the pizza box are true. But I never fully say like this is a true fact. So the pizza box thing being completely fake was never something that I really truly believed in my heart was real or reported on it as a very real thing. Just played with the fun idea if it was because of how silly and outrageous it is. And
why
now
is
Andrew,
that fun? Why is go back to that point? Why is it fun that 2 men who have no charges or no evidence against them went to jail? What's no? But tell me, what's the fun idea about 2 men?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Being falsely imprisoned.
The fun idea is they're falsely imprisoned based on a pizza box. It's playing around with the pizza box, not them being in jail.
That's a fun idea to you? That's a fun idea that 2 men, and this is a problem that we should both be aware of, and that men should be aware of, that you can go to jail without any evidence or charges, that the entire internet can lie about you and think it's funny.
You are finding weird ways of taking a fact and running in an opposite direction. The humor is if right now, Sneako, the authorities busted in and said, Charlie, we noticed your first edition Pokemon card behind you is fraudulent. That's a crime. You're going to jail. You would probably laugh because it's so outrageous and silly. Just like being doxxed by a pizza box leading to prison time is outrageous and silly.
Oh, okay. I get what he's saying.
That's not why you think that's funny. There's the internet and people like you that I put in the Soulboy collage.
I get what he's saying, but I didn't see the video. So Sneako seen his video. I get with Moist. So that's a different name. Moist Critical. It's a different name, bro. I get what he's saying, bro. I didn't see the video, but Sneako said that's disingenuous, bro.
Like Andrew Tate from the start because of what he talks about, because he comes off arrogant. I'm top G. I'm the alpha male, and people get triggered because they're in their room, they're playing games, and everything he talks about goes against what they're about. So when he goes to jail falsely, people find it fun because finally the guy that goes against everything I believe in is in jail and can't talk anymore. It's not fun because it's like this goofy story. People like you were genuinely happy that they went to jail.
I don't recall celebrating or pumping my fist. Last night I was even talking about it. I'm not out there celebrating, you know.
He think it's funny because it's Tate, and any of Tate's L's will be funny to him. Good point.
Lighting the streets on fire and joy. What do you think I stand for, Sneako?
I have no idea what you stand for.
Then why do you keep
videos? I don't know what your beliefs are. It's not clear. It's not clear, and I think that now
I watch Sneako react to his videos. I don't know what this nigga stand for either.
Seeing what's happening to Andrew and Tristan Tate and what's happening to men who push the ideas that I push, I think it should be very clear for everybody watching that you watch a content creator that has a specific ideology. I've watched you like in high school and college, and it's like drama content, you're covering stuff in the news. I have no clue what your belief system is. I've seen your music videos with the Antichrist, and you're smoking weed, and you play a lot of video games, and you kind of like, there's a lot of other commentary channels. You look at the header, it says, we talk about stuff. And I have no idea what position they're coming from because it's not in your best interest to have a point of view. It's better to just cover drama and make AdSense money off of it. If you have a specific ideology that goes against what social media pushes, look where I am. I'm on Rumble. Nobody watches your video and everyone piles on you.
So there's a very big difference. The content you used to make, I wasn't super familiar, but I went back and looked. You used to make thought-provoking, more artsy pieces, and then you transitioned more into lecturing and life advice. The content I make is just purely entertainment, like things I find fun. Now, I do give my perspective on issues, like on things that I'm passionate about, like cuties. We'll tie it back to cuties. When I saw that film and the way it was advertised with children twerking on the cover, it made me very upset and very concerned that pedophilia was going to be more normalized, because now you have Netflix with a front page catalog piece that I consider, and many others consider, to be child. So I would give my perspective on that. This is gross.
Hey, yeah, I'm not talking that much because I'm deep into this shit right now, bro. It's a good ass conversation,
and here's
bro.
why. And then I'd list out some of the absolutely repulsive scenes, like the children watching porn or like campsites, twerking, being filmed twerking, all of it with real children. That's a real problem. When I'm covering goofy shit like Gwyneth Paltrow being sued for a ski accident, do I need to tie it back into like the woke agenda or something in order for you to get my perspective? I don't think so. It should just be about entertainment. That's always
What Sneeko's saying, I get what Sneeko's saying, bro. Sneeko's saying that you stand for nothing, and what he's saying is, I stand for entertainment. Oh, well, I stand for entertainment. I'm just here to entertain. But he still answered the question, what do he stand for? He said he just entertains, so I guess.
It's like
It should
the
not
core
just be
of it.
about entertainment. There should be some value that you're adding to your audience. And the reason I criticize you for that is because
Oh, entertainment is adding value, believe it or not. The value I think Sneeko talking about is more like real. I think he talking about like more real life value. But if you can make somebody laugh in one of your streams or one of your videos or something like that, bro, in my opinion, that's value, bro. You know, you're making them happy, bro, making a day or some shit, bro.
like everybody else who hates that movie, they didn't even watch it. You didn't finish the movie. And we both agree. Sexualization of children is bad, but we already agree on this point. That movie had a way to point that out. Obviously, it was bad, but I agree with the morality of it. But I think that's a problem, and I think that your audience should pressure you and to have a more specific point of view rather than just saying fun things. You can be funny and still have a point of view. It's getting harder for men out there, and you see it. They go to jail, and people laugh about it. It's getting harder for a man to survive in this climate now.
And I have made.
So what Sneeko is saying is for him to speak up on more. Okay, I get what Sneeko's saying. I get what Sneeko's saying, and I get what he's saying. Sneeko's saying you should stand for something more. Speak on something that can actually help people other than helping somebody and laughing. Like when you make somebody laugh, you helping them, but not really helping them. You know, laughing is down here. Helping somebody is all the way up here. So I get what he's saying when he say that, bro. I get what he's saying. I think Sneeko's claiming it's toxic entertainment because when he covers drama like that, it can get toxic. Or I never seen his content, so I never seen his content. So I'm just going off based off what he's saying right now. So that's his type of content he make. It's like that. Cause he said he entertaining, you know.
Content on that. It's content I see that you haven't seen. I had a whole stream dedicated to talking about why so many men are lonely now and turning to things like you offer them with a creativity kit. You think one of my big problems with Andrew Tate was
The creativity kit has nothing to do with being lonely. The creativity kit is about making money online. There's no loneliness.
That's still
that is
in my eyes, selling courses, giving people advice that isn't guaranteed to work like that is exploitative and taking advantage of desperate people.
What? I disagree. I disagree right there. Let's play it back one more time. Make sure I heard him right. And I'm gonna say my opinion.
In my eyes, selling courses, giving people advice that isn't guaranteed to work like that is exploitative and taking advantage of desperate people.
Okay. We're gonna do the not the selling courses part. We're gonna get to that part. He said like 3 things in one.
that is
in my eyes, selling courses, giving people advice that isn't guaranteed to work like that.
Giving people advice that's not guaranteed to work like that. For one, bro, these niggas wouldn't be given the advice that they give if it didn't work for them, and if it didn't work for most men, and if they didn't base it off a general sense. Sneeko, Fresh and Fit, these niggas are not dummies. Fresh and Fit do not give dating advice that they wouldn't think work for modern women. Obviously, they deal with fucking tons of women on a fucking daily, bro, with dating, bringing them on the show, like women in general. They deal with tons of women. So if they know about women, they informing us about women, they deal with the women. So why the fuck wouldn't it be? I disagree right there, bro. You said you could say the same thing about exactly. You could say the same thing about college. I disagree right there, bro. I disagree. And then selling courses, bro, that shit does help people as long as they put in the same amount of effort. They have successful people inside the creativity kit. And the people that's not successful are not successful because they chose not to be. They didn't work as hard as the other people, bro. Penguins mostly talks about celebrity, controversy, shallow gossip. Oh, so he wanted them. We probably gotta watch one of his videos. I don't think I'll be able to watch one of his videos. But shout out Simple in the chat. I don't think I'll be able to watch one of his videos though. The way he talk, it's like slow, deep, not really energetic, like did a little bit. He told like, yeah, one of these things is not just selling courses, and like it's not like you see how Sneeko like moving a little bit, got the energy to it, bro. It's like I wouldn't be able to watch his content, bro. I wouldn't be able to, bro.
That is exploitative and taking advantage of desperate people. You can have a different
Exploiting and taking advantage of desperate people. Selling courses is exploiting and taking advantage of desperate people. I disagree 100%. Andrew Tate course, $49, bro. 18 millionaires, bro. $49 to talk to a millionaire. 18 millionaires. $49. And they get basically their money back. Because when I hopped up in that shit, the first 2 weeks I made $150. So I made my money back fucking right away. I'm still in that, but I'm not active in it. So that's probably why I'm not really, making money off that shit like that, bro. Because I'm not working hard towards it. I ain't gonna cap, bro. But selling courses, what y'all think about that? Y'all think that's exploiting and taking advantage of? He not wrong with the taking advantage of desperate people part, but it's not the sense that he's saying it. He's saying it as it's a negative thing, the taking advantage part. But if there's it's like if somebody needs something, for example, we can use the Andrew Tate course. Those desperate people that don't have money or whatever and they need money, Andrew Tate got the fucking answer to that shit. The only thing they do is give a small percent of their money. So what it is, the equal value exchange. So is that actually exploiting them? And like the way he said it's like got a negative connotation to it, bro. It's actually positive, bro. Taking advantage of them in a positive way, sharing fucking values and shit. Well, they get more value for $49 and shit, bro. But
different point of view, that's totally fine. One of the big problems I had with Tate was his business, Hustlers University.
Bro, that shit is beyond, bro. I wish I could just leak that shit, bro. Yeah. Y'all niggas better get up in there, bro. That shit, bro. Bro, they got, and then they got weekly calls for each fucking, bro. That shit is the shit, bro. Yeah, when I used to be active up in there, bro, that shit was my shit, bro. I learned a lot about crypto up in there too.
Discord server where you're not really getting the tools to succeed. I've seen what goes on in there. It's mainly like people just talking at each other. He doesn't really
No, it's not.
Participate. The lessons aren't overly helpful. It's very generic advice that you could find for free on YouTube.
No, it's not at all. I wish I could just leak this shit and show y'all. That's how I could tell he didn't actually do his research and he wasn't up in there long enough. So that's another part where he's wrong at. He's not at Hustle University at all. And then it's not just people talking. They have, like, for example, I'm gonna just leak one part of it, bro. In a copywriting course, bro, they got fucking weekly calls. Now, I think that shit public anyways. They got, like, the weekly calls and shit like that, bro. They always adding, upgrading new shit, bro. It's nothing but value inside that, bro. So he wrong again. He said, I've been inside Hustle University and this and that. It's just people talking. And now he wrong 100%, bro. No, you know what he probably did? He probably bought it, scanned it, see everything that was up in there, didn't actually take the time to break it down and actually try to learn something up in there. No, he just wanted to find something to disagree with. Hey, about time you done called me girl. Hey, Asia, how you doing tonight?
So it's charging this high price.
Of course, you can find it for free, but having it reinforced by somebody that you look up to is an extremely important thing. And if you think that you're exploiting somebody by charging them $50 a month, there are a lot of case studies in the Creativity Kit where people have become extremely successful from the information that they found in there.
Exactly.
Advocating towards lonely men, people have met there and moved to Florida.
I'll say it's taking advantage of opportunity, bro. Capitalizing on opportunity, bro. Being perspicacious, bro.
Florida, and now they've built businesses together, meeting in the Creativity Kit, finding like-minded people. What's more,
Andrew Tate and Sneeko, bro, with the course and shit, bro, they literally thought, bro, they thought about the opportunity. Okay, most men don't know how to make money. We gonna say Andrew Tate one, cause Sneeko got the content. Most men, we can say Sneeko point. I already did Andrew Tate. Okay, so they got niggas that's trying to do, dudes and females that's trying to start this this YouTube shit. Shit, I made 2 channels and hit hella fucking, I got a nice supporter fan base. I got nothing but followers and shit, supporters and shit like that. So I could just help other people for a little small price and they could fucking capitalize on that, bro. It's smart, bro. Good, how are you? I'm good. What type of, why do you keep putting that black ass, what is that, a burnt cookie?
more important than exploiting somebody's money, and what you're glossing over is exploiting somebody's time. Time is money. And if people are investing their time into watching drama content, fun stuff, let me laugh at someone falsely in prison, they're wasting their energy watching you game for 12 hours. That is a bigger waste of lonely men's time.
Damn.
They're not getting any value from watching you game for 12 hours. They are getting value from paying $50 a month and learning the secrets from somebody who's been doing this for 10 years.
But
What's a better use?
This nigga just got his shit fried, bro. Moist Critical losing this debate badly right now. I ain't gonna cap, bro. This nigga got his shit, bro. He getting his shit cooked, bro. That nigga is, god damn. Let's see what he got to respond to that, bro. God, he getting his shit fried.
From somebody who's been doing this for 10 years.
But
What's a better use of your energy?
But he's what?
$50
But
on a
he's what?
course
Let's see.
from vetted millionaires, or watching a gaming streamer for 6 hours every night?
Damn. Sneako threw some shots and hit up what the fucking facts, god. God damn. This nigga get his shit fried, bro. He getting his shit fried.
Well,
he don't even got nothing to say. He don't got nothing to say. He done. He done for. That's a knockout right there, bro. That's a knockout right there, bro. Countdown.
he didn't use the course to get rich. He's getting rich from the course, the same way that
Andrew Tate was richer before the course, buddy. What the fuck? This nigga forget, bro, that he had this nigga forgot, bro, that this nigga was a fucking multi-billionaire before the fucking course, bro. Did he not forget about the webcam business and all this extra shit that this nigga had going on, bro? The casinos and shit, the property. Did he not forget about all that, bro?
the course that you're selling is not like your main way that you made money. You are making money from that course now, as opposed to what the course is teaching. But again, this is getting completely sidetracked.
But what they saying is, bro, like, he missing the point, bro. He missing a total point that Sneako just made. Which is more a waste of time? Them watching you game and probably gifting subs, wasting money, a super chat, blah, 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 and not really getting no value, versus them putting their money inside the creativity kit or Hustle University, getting value back, making more money. That nigga getting his shit cooked, bro. I ain't gonna cap.
That's just not true. That's not my main source of income. I enjoy doing it, and it's a great way to have a network. And you talk about all the lonely men that are out there. What are you doing to go and help these people? We understand.
Sneako cooking his shit, bro. Need some more after that. God damn, Sneako. That's some good shit right there, bro. And people say Sneako not articulate, bro. This nigga is intelligent with his little fat head ass. That nigga got a big ass head for a reason, bro. And he combined with like 30 races for a reason, bro.
That there's a problem with loneliness of men. People get in there, they ask me questions about how do I network better, how do I find people who are like-minded. You give them advice and you can see them transform their life. I'm curious as to what you think is a better alternative, because you stream gaming for 6 hours. Is that a better solution to men who are lonely watching you play video games? Or
oh my God,
giving advice to men who don't know how to find a community of like-minded people, who don't know how to make money online and want to live a lifestyle where, look, I'm in Japan. You're still in the same room that I've seen you in since high school.
damn. God damn, Chad. God damn, Chad. Me personally, I'm not taking that, bro. I'm not taking that. Nigga said you still in the same room since you fucking, God damn, I'm not taking. What you laughing at? What the hell you laughing at? You don't even speak. Oh, Sneako Asian too. You do speak Asian. I'm tripping.
I couldn't go.
Bro, this nigga can't even speak again. Sneako is frying his shit, bro. He can't even speak. He can't speak, chat. He can't speak, bro. He can't speak.
Go places. I choose not to. I'm happy here the same way you're happy traveling in Japan.
Are you really happy there, buddy? Are you really happy sitting inside the same room since high school? Are you really happy, buddy? Hey, if you is, bro, shit, kudos to you. But I think the truth is that he don't got network. Like, he don't got friends. You gotta enjoy life a little bit, bro.
Like, these are non-arguments that you're making. It's the same argument
I've
of
never seen
why
you outside of your room. And I don't know how many years I've seen you on YouTube. I've never seen you out of your room. I've seen you with dildos in your room, throwing it at each other and your friends. I've never.
What the fuck?
seen you travel. I've never seen you network with other people. I've never seen you show your audience what's possible if they make money as well. I've seen you play video games since like 2016.
Damn. Damn. Nigga cooking his shit right now, bro. Hey, who y'all got winning right now, bro? Who y'all got winning right now, bro? Even if, bro, no bias shit, bro. No bias shit. Sneako is fucking frying this nigga. God damn.
In one of the clips you showed of me, I am outside at Gasparilla with my girlfriend. What are you talking about?
At what?
Gasparilla is like Mardi Gras, but for Florida. Like, you
Why everybody trying to be like New Orleans, bro? Florida niggas, stop it. The fuck is Gasparilla?
have
I'm thinking I'm thinking he said gas station. I'm tripping.
literally shown me outside. I don't know why you're trying to make this case that I'm never
Okay, you
outside.
stepped outside.
He missed a Sneako point. He missed a Sneako point, bro. Sneako said, and which is most likely true, he talked about the loneliness of men. And then what they was talking about the value point too, who provide more value, him playing video games versus versus Sneako course and helping others and helping kids network and shit like that, versus the same nigga that sit inside the same room, don't really show nobody no lifestyle, nobody don't want to look up to you. You ain't showing them no lifestyle, bro. You just sitting inside the same room talking shit or whatever, bro. And goddamn.
In Florida, I've never seen you go to different countries. I've never seen you network with successful men.
Yeah, that's what I was saying too, bro. Like, it's like kids won't really look up to you, or like people, like lonely men won't look up to you if you like. You gotta show them a lifestyle. Like, if you want to learn from a millionaire, he gotta show you that he at least makes some millions. Like, you gotta believe that he a millionaire first before you try to want to learn from him, bro. And this nigga Sneako killing his shit, bro.
Never seen you around a group of men who are on the same page.
Damn.
That's it. The purpose is showing our audience what's possible. A lot of people.
Damn. I'm sorry for keep pausing. This nigga just cooking right now, bro. He cooking.
In this
Let him
lifestyle,
cook.
we talk about lonely men.
Let
The
him
number
cook,
one
chat.
problem that lonely men have is watching porn, is playing video games and getting addicted to this stuff. That's what's contributing to loneliness more than providing them an avenue to go and elevate themselves. That is the biggest contributor. People who don't know how to live life, how to go outside, how to meet different people, but find a comfort zone in their room.
Let him cook,
playing
chat.
video
Let this
games and
nigga
watching
cook, bro.
porn.
Let him cook.
It's impressive how you tie everything back to porn now.
Did he just miss it? Wait, did Sneako whole messages go over his head? Did Sneako whole messages go over his head? This nigga, bro. Most critical gotta check the scoreboard, bro. This nigga down, like, bro, what's the score right now, chat? What y'all think the score is, bro? This nigga down some points, though. I ain't gonna cap. It's like, oh, fuck. He can't even get a bucket right now, bro.
That you're talking about things that are agreeable. And this is what I said about Andrew Tate.
1 to 10, yeah, he's speechless again.
He doesn't always say silly, dumb shit, but he does. And he couples it with good, real things. Like you mentioned, porn addiction is a problem. Like, no one's gonna disagree with that. But everything that you're sprinkling in outside of it is totally fucking irrelevant to the rest of it, man.
It's very relevant because what Sneako is doing is what he's doing is calling out the problem and showing men that there's a solution to that problem. Him and Andrew Tate. And what Morris Critical is doing is saying that there's a problem, but not giving his supporters or his audience a solution to that problem. He just sitting inside the same room and all that. Bro, Sneako is cooking this nigga shit. God damn, bro. Hey, bro, when I see this fat, egghead ass Asian nigga again, bro, I'm gonna have to dap him up, bro. That's some.
You going and flexing on your audience isn't showing them what's possible. It's showing what's possible when they're paying for your lifestyle.
What, nigga? What? He said flexing on an audience. Even if we was to use the word flexing. If I'm flexing on my audience, they gonna want to be like me. They gonna wanna bro. Alright, Fresh, bro. Fresh got the fucking fast cars and shit like that, bro. Niggas gonna wanna get the fast car and shit. They gonna look up to a nigga like Fresh, bro, cause they want the life he living, bro. Nobody want the life Morris Critical living because nobody know the life he living because he stand inside the same room. So for him to say that that he just flexing on them and he just making money off, yeah, he making money off him, but they making money off him too. But they making money from learning from him, bro. Like, value not free. Like, but this nigga just want Sneako, bro. I ain't okay. He must want Sneako to give out the advice for free or something like that, or like everything he learned from being a content creator for free or some shit, bro. Hell no. And then I'm gonna be the same way. I'm gonna give like some free value here and there, bro. But I'm not dropping no. Like, once I figure out this This fucking the agency shit, I'm not dropping that shit for free, bro. That shit took me months to figure out, bro. You look like you got jacked up. What the fuck that's supposed to mean? Nah, I just took my hair out. Oh, well, I didn't take it out, but
The advice you give, you thrive off them staying miserable, right? The second they get happy, the second they get money,
No,
the
I
second
definitely don't.
they will
bro, he is so wrong right here.
not
I
be
definitely
paying for
don't.
your course
If
anymore.
If my audience does not get value from my content, they're going to leave. The reality is that streamers and content creators like you, the audience always grows up. They watch a little of the gaming content, then they grow up. They're not learning anything, and so they go to another content creator. They go to somebody else.
They're gonna go to somebody of value.
Who's popular or trendy. You need to add value to the audience, or else they are going to grow out of it.
And the
I know
value from
pressure of
Damn.
the value of most things is entertainment. What you used to do was humor interlaced with your stuff. Now it's just preaching to the choir of people that already subscribe to your hive mind. It's you're still doing the
that's what
same
you see on
thing.
Twitter. That's what you see on Twitter because that's the only mainstream platform that I'm still allowed to be on. If you watch my stream,
I have
haven't
watched
streamed
your
in a couple
streams.
weeks. When I watch my stream for 4 hours, it's not preaching. A lot of it's humor. My motto is seek truth through funny.
Which
I
you've
look at what's
abandoned.
See truth through
going
funny.
on in the world.
Nah, he didn't abandon it. That nigga still be this nigga.
You it seems you have completely abandoned that. I have watched your streams. I have. A lot of it devolves into just talking again about the same things you always mention. Soy boys, bots, woke mind virus.
Yeah, because he don't want his audience to be like the fucking fat, chubby, nerd looking niggas and looking like you, noodle arms. I don't want my audience to look like that either, bro.
And then dance.
Imagine you got fucking 16, 18-year-olds watching you, bro, and like, bro.
Dancing around. And then always trying to defend.
At the end of the day, bro, it comes down to who do you want to be more like, bro? Sneeko or damn Moist Critical? And I don't know about y'all, I'm picking Sneeko, bro. This nigga life look boring. The only thing we seen him was in a room. He not even showing that shit, bro. He not showing that shit, bro.
And find the other side of something controversial. It's the same formula over and over again because that's how you found to keep your audience hooked. It's no different than
That's
people
not true.
that
I go on Omegle and I'm joking around for an hour, 2 hours. I bring on my viewers and we joke to each other. I bring on people, real life people. They sit next to me and we joke around. I have different podcasts. I have different guests.
The jokes
I just did a
that you-
podcast with Ryan Dawson, uncovering Epstein and uncovering the truth about 9/11, which I really recommend that you go see. I have different types of content. You're trying to box it in because maybe that's what you see on Twitter. And it's probably the result of why nobody even watched my rebuttal because they don't feel the need to go onto Rumble and a different website. They're stuck into this pattern of watching content that's suitable for YouTube and the trending page. If they go and they would look out of it and they watch my stream, there's a reason I have an audience and I was able to survive the cancellation because I do add humor.
Add value.
I do
Yeah,
add value.
That's true, and you cannot deny that at all, bro. The reason why Sneeko was able to go from one platform to another, bro, because he added value to his audience, bro. If he didn't add value, like, he still wouldn't be having the views that he had on YouTube on fucking Rumble and shit. That's facts, bro. You can't deny
People
that.
want to see that. They see something in my stream that brought them onto a website that's alternative. How many YouTubers could have survived that? How many YouTubers could have
Not that many, bro. And this nigga's
survived a big tech cancellation
Yep.
to an alternative platform that's labeled as an alt-right conspiracy website and still maintain the same audience?
Majority
you can't
can't.
do that by repeating the same things every day. You have to add some value.
but you
That's true. That's true.
can. That's the number one grift right now. As long as you are contributing to an echo chamber, the people will not leave you. You form a reliance where they're constantly suckling your tit for validation that their point of view is the right one. And the more that you claim the victim, the more that solidifies and cements them that belief is the correct one because
That's
people are
absolutely
attacking
not
them.
true at all. I've been talking about the woke mind virus for a long time, and now my audience wants to get into know the truth. So I've been interviewing different people. I did a whole podcast uncovering Epstein and who's actually on the client list because that's one big conspiracy theory that people want to know more about. I did an entire podcast uncovering 9/11.
He trying to say Sneeko content is an echo chamber and it's just the same shit over and over again. But what Sneeko's saying is, no, it's not. Because if it was, you think people would still be watching me? And now he just naming all the fucking shit that he do that's different, bro. The Epstein Island shit, network, and all that good shit, bro. I agree with Sneeko on that, bro. If it's the same shit over and over and over again, bro, it's everybody like, bro. Imagine the Fresh and Fit that they show over and over again. Imagine as time go by, bro. It's like the viewer shit gonna slack down, bro. And then that's the reason why they switch up their stuff, bro. They network Dan Bilzerian, they interviewing all these high value niggas, not only just with the female. So they got like multiple things. They got Money Mondays, the Womanizer Wednesdays, the fucking all of that good shit, bro. It's just it's different things, bro. Is what keep people fucking attracted and shit, bro. So that's facts.
In the Iraq War and what happened and why war is created by deception. I'm getting into more things because if you get repetitive, they're gonna leave.
Yeah, bro. That's what I said.
You can't do the same thing over and over again.
Facts.
They will get bored.
That's
They're
facts.
not gonna stay. If they just watch me yell bot, nobody would enjoy that.
Facts.
But
Nobody would like that.
This must have been a change over the last month or something, because I have watched a good chunk of those streams. I have. And it has been the same topics repeated the entire duration. Like, it's not like I blindly have hated you. I went out of my way to find redeeming qualities about you. But you have become, in the same way you think people were, plagued by the woke mind virus, you have become plagued by the exact opposite, where you try and find every possible way of being controversial, even though I don't think you believe half of it. I really don't. I think
what do you think that, I have a very clear point of view. What do you think that I've said that I don't believe in?
So we'll use our beef, for example. You think I'm weak for not taking you up on a boxing fight. But on the same side of that coin, you won't take Brandon Buckingham up on that boxing fight.
The fuck is Brandon Buckingham? Who the shit, ball? Brandon Buckingham. Brandon Buckingham. Oh, hey. Musical artist. Oh, he a boxer. Oh, he a boxer. So what the hell he do? He a content creator too, chat? Or what?
The whole point was, I don't stand by my beliefs because I won't fight you for it. Well, with that perspective, why wouldn't you fight Brandon Buckingham when you feel so strongly about your beliefs and he says the same things I do? Wouldn't you want to prove that you stand?
The first fight that I want to take would be against somebody, one, who has more clout than me. Two, I disagree with ideologically. I don't disagree with him ideologically at all.
But he says the same things I say about you.
This person has been obsessed for a long time. He's suing me for emotional distress. Personally, I don't care about this person, and there's no benefit for me to take my first fight with this person.
So then
if I fought somebody, I challenge.
So then
the reason I was banned on Twitter for challenging Hasanabi to a fight. One, because a lot of people want to see that. He's well known. He disagrees.
I get what Snicko's saying. If he fight the fucking, I didn't even know who the nigga was. I don't even think y'all know who the nigga is. If he fight a nigga with less clout and it's not really as much tension, it's not entertainment, it's not really views. He not gonna get views and nothing back type shit, bro. But he fight, a nigga that he been fucking beefing with for a minute, like fucking the other nigga that like Jesus, what's his name? Hassan something. Hassan, that nigga, bro. That shit gonna get views. And if you fight most critical, that shit gonna get views.
Agrees with me completely. There's a lot of tension for that fight. If I fought you, you have said a lot of things that are very negative about me. There's beef in the air, and you talk a lot about me, so things that you probably wouldn't say to my face. It would be an entertaining fight.
But that's not the point.
What y'all think about that point right there?
The whole point is you think I am weak, and you keep harping on this for not taking you up on the fight. But you won't take someone up on a fight that's saying the exact same things I am. So it seems like the beliefs, you don't stand by that strongly if you're not confident you can make a spectacle.
Charlie, we both know you wouldn't accept the fight.
Right, I've made that very clear.
We both know. Even when I challenge you, we both know. It's to point out that a lot of people talk a lot of talk online, and they never have to
back it up in real life. That's the point type shit. Okay, I get it.
They stay in their room gaming all day. That was to point it out. Men are tired of seeing this back and forth.